Tagging in after an extended period on the sidelines, the team-based variant of the long-running Tekken series is back for another round. Does this enthusiastic spin-off have the momentum to propel the famed fighting franchise forward? It's not the most feature-rich fighting game ever, but Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was built with generosity. None of the characters are locked away from you, and you're free to get into whatever kind of fight you want right off the bat. If you're new to the Iron Fist, choosing Fight Lab to test the controls of the mighty Combat seems like a good option, but while this mode does teach you basic elements of the game and lets you piece together a custom character, it's more a series of mini-games than any sort of actual training program. As with most fighting games, community message boards will be a much more valuable resource than anything you find in-game. KO. Other than Fight Lab, there aren't really any new or notable ways to play. Those hoping for a goofy side activity like Tekken Bowling will be disappointed, but the basic options here will at least ensure you a steady stream of offline fights. Arcade mode has you facing a progressively difficult series of opponents, while time attack and survival modes focus on the scoring component. Ghost Battle does a decent job of simulating live competition by setting up an endless queue of customized fighters. When you take the fight online, you can expect fierce competition and smooth, stable matches. You can watch battles play out while you're waiting for your turn, access leaderboards, and download replays. If you're serious about competition, spending your time online will feel easy and worthwhile. More than anything, it's the huge number of fighters that gets Tekken Tag 2 its depth and appeal. The selection is almost intimidatingly vast, squeezing everything it can out of the series' history in terms of existing fighting styles, animations, and personalities. While this tournament is dedicated to tag battling, you have the option to field a single powerful character instead. And by unlocking and purchasing accessories, there's some dress-up fun to be had as well. Tekken is all about using distance, pressure, 3D movement, and mix-ups to catch an opponent with an attack that knocks them off their feet so you can pour on the punishment. Tag 2 lets your two chosen characters alternate and cooperate to administer vicious beatings, whether you're pulling off special tag throws or putting together elaborate tandem combos. Tagging is also a defensive consideration, since you'll lose a round if one of your characters loses their entire life bar. Swapping injured characters out to recover is an essential technique to master. Button mashing with a single character might be good for a little bit of fun, but Tekken Tag 2's degree of complexity skews even more towards serious players than past Tekken games, which already tend to floor newbies with advanced movement options and a complicated wake-up game. The very existence of tagging makes both the execution of your combos and the intricacies of the strategic game deeper and more complicated. For serious fighters, this sort of depth certainly isn't a bad thing. The creativity offered by the flexible combo system is fertile ground for experimentation. The supersized roster is easy to appreciate, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It's great to have so many characters to select from, but truly knowing your enemy and understanding what attacks should be blocked high or low in particular can feel like a monumental task. There's a lot to learn, and ultimately, a lot of fun to be had if you get into Tekken's distinctive brand of fighting. With wild characters and suitably insane juggles, Tekken continues to manage its distinctive style. There's plenty of high-end CG to be found in its ending movies, and there's no shortage of variety when it comes to the virtual fabric of its many costumes. The characters, only the slightest bit blocky, look pretty good, and it's impressive that you'll so often see more than two of them on screen at once. The multitude of various martial arts techniques look and feel powerful. There's some neat tricks, such as costumes becoming wet when characters are knocked into water. A custom soundtrack option lets you swap tunes around, or use custom music if you like. It's a pretty solid package, and other than the clunky and awkward menus required to customize your character, there's really not much bad to say about how Tekken Tag 2 presents itself. Focusing on what's most important to creating a good fighter, Tekken Tag 2 sets a moderately high bar and confidently clears it. It offers a ton of fighters, the tag system is interesting, it plays well online, and it preserves the goofy sense of humor that defines the series. Spin-off or not, this is the best Tekken game in years. KO.